Hey, and welcome. Today's talking topic is embracing the stillness. I'm author and speaker Toria Lee, and you are watching Toria Talk Tuesday. So today's topic comes from the fact that we are still all in our houses for the most part, right? We're still under quarantine. Most of us aren't going anywhere. Some still are working, but not a lot of us. A lot of us are now either working from home or not working. Kids are no longer headed out to school. So there's a lot more slow and there's a lot more silence and there's a lot more stillness, right? We're not in our normal going routines. Everything's a bit slower paced, a bit calmer. And so what I wanted to talk about this topic today is that silence and stillness can be uncomfortable for a lot of people. It's this thing that we don't want to face, especially us millennials. We're used to just going and doing all the things all the time, and we're one of the most connected yet lonely generations. And so with this connection, we are always on our smartphones doing something. We're always watching that movie. We don't like to just sit in silence, right? It's weird and it's awkward, and because our thoughts start to go, right? And we don't know where they're going to go. But there's still something powerful that happens in silence and that happens in slowness. And I really want to encourage us in this time. We are forced to slow down and take a new pace. We don't have a choice. And I think this could be very good for a lot of us. It's something we need. Even though we don't like to do it, it's very important to slow down, to be still, to be silent, to kind of recenter, figure out where your thoughts are, what's going on inside of you. And on top of that, I find that in the stillness and in the slow is where God's words tend to flow, right? So in this quiet time, I have written more than I ever have. I hear God speak more clearly in the silence, and that's one of the things I encourage you guys. It's easy to get caught up in the change routine and not like this change. But part of how you beat quarantine is embracing the silence, it's embracing the slow, it's embracing these new rhythms that we've been given for a temporary period of time. Because it could actually be rejuvenating, it could be strengthening, it could do a lot of good things if we let it. We could let the silence propel us forward to rest in this, so when we come out of it, we can even be better, right? And even in this time, when you sit in the silence, it gives this moment of rest, this moment of peace, as long as we're controlling those thoughts that are running on in our head, right? So that's why I want to encourage you guys to really embrace this new rhythm, embrace the slow, embrace the silence. I know it can be scary, but you may find it's a really beneficial thing, actually. So instead of just automatically turning on Netflix and watching all the things and just scrolling through Instagram all the time, take a minute, turn it all off, and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Just pause in the silence, pause in the stillness. Take it in. Take in the beauty of sitting in silence. Let that overcome you. Let that take you. Let that give you a break from all the noise. Because we hear noise all the time. Something is always competing for our attention. And that's why to just put everything on pause and take a minute. Don't watch that show. Don't get on your phone. Just take a minute and rest in the silence. I promise it'll end up being a good thing. So that's my encouragement for you guys in trying to kind of overcome this quarantine, is just embrace the new rhythms. I know it's odd and it's different and it's hard in some ways, but embrace this new change of pace. Like, embrace that it's almost a little bit of a vacation, right? Not quite. That's not like, don't blow that out of proportion, but like how on a vacation a lot of times you'll find this new rhythm of slowness, this new rhythm of rest. Use the quarantine for that. Use the quarantine to your advantage. Don't let the quarantine take advantage of you. Take advantage of the quarantine. And one of those ways is embracing the silence and embracing the stillness. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next week.